I will admit I was busy with other things yesterday. I didn't go back and watch the Chiefs-Buccaneers game. I'm not going to pretend that I did.
It's all right.
I defer to you for this today, Chris.
Don't worry. You watch the game
so
closely. We can talk about this a lot. So there's a lot of things to talk about here.
Well, the game was on at 4:25 p.m. Eastern as we're getting ready for a TV show, so I didn't watch it closely. Thank you for the effort. But I saw the highlights. Does that matter? But you looked at it more closely.
Right.
You talked yesterday about the misguided effort of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to put single coverage on Tyreek Hill. You took a closer look at it. Why couldn't they stop this guy? Was it as simple as there are very few people, not named Jalen Ramsey, who could cover Tyreek Hill?
Right, exactly right. And, there's the, okay, we could put him on an island, and then there's like, whoa, we're going to put him on an island, right? Even like Stephon Gilmore in his prime, yeah, he was on an island against Tyreek Hill, but when it was man-to-man, this safety was still over in his direction just to scare Mahomes a little bit. Wait, is he helping him and doubling him? Oh, wait, he's still there. I can't throw the go. There was no presence or help for Carlton Davis a little bit. Now, hey, the first long touchdown, that was cover 3. The out-and-up touchdown just like that. And that's all on Carlton Davis and just that, hey, it's Tyreek Hill, it's Patrick Mahomes. Let them have the 8-yard out route. That's not your job to stop that. There's underneath coverage that needs to get there. Don't bite on that. He bites on that. Then Tampa got caught into a little bit because this is where Mahomes and company have changed. We've talked about a lot where the teams that drop back and play zone and keep them to stop the deep pass plays and all of that, that's how to beat them. Well, Kansas City's had so many teams attack them like that. We've seen now they can throw the short game just like they did in the Raiders and go 10-play drives and be surgical as good as anybody in the game now. So you can't play that approach. And Todd Bowles had some moments where, he wanted to get 5 rushers, blitz, and he left Carlton Davis in some tough spots. And it's too much to ask of one guy. Carlton Davis is a really good football player, but there's got to be an element of disguise or at least a body presence of a safety in this type of matchup to at least scare a Mahomes a little bit. And that's really where they dropped the ball and didn't make any adjustments really until the second half where they started to do some different things.
And that's what I'm fascinated by. I wrote a post yesterday at PFT based upon our seat of the pants discussion yesterday about the 500 club. Patrick Mahomes seemed destined to be member number 19. And Ben Roethlisberger has 3 500-yard games in his career. Tom Brady has 2. Drew Brees has 2. Most of the other guys just have 1. And there's some strange names on there, like Elvis Gerbach is in the 500 club.
Yeah.
But Mahomes eventually will get there. But when you get 362 in the first half of a game, you assume the 138 is coming. 138? Yes, 138 is coming in the second half. 138's nothing, especially when you had over 200 in the first freaking quarter of the same game. What happened in the second half? What did the Bucs do differently? What did the Chiefs do differently to cause that record pace to be disrupted?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a whole lot. I mean, it's not that I sit here and just go, oh my gosh. I think Tampa got into, okay, let's stop wasting our time and blitzing 5, which I have a pet peeve with 5-man blitzes because they don't get home that much. And I want to just go, that guy maybe would have helped on the Tyreek Hill touchdown pass to have a double cover there. They did have some moments of where they doubled Tyreek Hill, doubled Travis Kelce in some certain obvious passing situations. But, still, you think about the end of it's 17-0, the strip sack fumble. They went right down the field. They get the field goal right before the half. The second half, they have one bad drive. Then they get the ball. They go down and score a touchdown where he hits the 20-yard pass to Tyreek Hill. Then it wasn't necessarily something where I looked at and you just go, oh, the Bucs are doing this or they're dominant. The Bucs defensive line started to pressure a little bit. And Kansas City just fell into a little bit of a lull, a little penalty, first down run that didn't get many yards, 2nd and 9. And that's really all there is there to be said. I can't sit there and tell you it was some groundbreaking thing. Kansas City took its foot off the gas pedal a little bit, got a little unlucky. Tampa played a little bit better. But what's amazing about, Kansas City, foot goes off the pedal. Oh, wait, we need a few first downs? No problem. We'll put it back on the pedal and get that. And, of course, they make it happen.
If they could ever keep the foot on the pedal for an entire game, Chris. They could
Yeah.
have 1,000 yards. They could have 100 points. Patrick Mahomes would blow past Norm Van Brocklin's single-game passing record of 554 yards. Isn't that amazing? In 1951, decades before, they reconfigured the rules to enhance passing. Norm Van Brocklin had 554. And what's even more amazing is he has a game like that, and it takes the NFL 25 years to realize people may like more of that than the ground and pound and 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It took them 25 years to finally understand that balls flying through the air is more exciting than guys running in to a scrum of bodies.
Yeah, it is amazing. And what's even more, I mean, really, 500 yards in that era, in the 70s or 80s, like really, what's that worth now? What is that worth now? I mean, really, it's like, I think comparable, you'd have to go, it's a 700-yard game. Like that's what that is to me now. And to your point, you know, Mahomes and Hill and they left yards on the field. I mean, he could have broke the record the other day. He could have thrown for close to 600 yards. He definitely could. And, you know, to that, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. It's going to be that type of effort, unbelievable first half, and he just needed one or two more plays, and they were very close. Listen, it's 27-10. He's got a play-action RPO fake. This is another reason the Bucs had to play man-to-man. They had problems with the RPO issues. He's got McCole Hardman going up the left seam. He's wide. There's nobody in the screen. It's going to be a walk-in 80-yard touchdown. He misses them. You know, so there's that play. There's a few others where you go, whoa, he hits that. Who the hell knows what happens in this game as far as stats and everything? But they're fun to watch, and their offense is the best in football. Of course, I don't care what the stats say. You give me one offense, I'm taking them.
He'll eventually join the likes of Gerbach and Vince Ferragamo and others in the 500
Phil Simms.
And Phil Simms, Boomer Esiason. Boomer Esiason almost got there twice. Matt Schaub in once, 3 yards away from a second.
Wow.
I don't know. They don't give you a second jacket. They just put maybe a different patch on your jacket if you're in it twice. But, yeah, Mahomes will get there, and maybe he'll break the longstanding record, nearly 70 years old, a 554 set by Hall of Famer Norm Van Brocklin. All right. Tom Brady, as mentioned earlier, has 2 trips to the 500 Club. No 500 Club trips this year. Probably unlikely that there will be any, although he's sliced and diced the Vikings defense pretty much his entire career. Maybe his next game will get him to 500 after he has 2 weeks to get ready for it. Who do we blame? It's been, you know, the topic of candor, criticism, honesty, passive-aggressive from Bruce Arians to the point where Tom Brady's got to be getting upset. Whose fault is it, though, for what the Buccaneers offense has been through the first 12 weeks?
Well, I don't want to like blame. There's still, to me, it looks like a clash of cultures here. There really is. You know, from me, with what I see and just being what's said here, you know, could Brady be better? Definitely. Could the Bucs maybe be better in how they talk to the media as a head coach and, you know, what they're doing offensively to make Brady more comfortable? Yeah, I'm sure they can be better. You know, there's 2 things that jump out here. You know, first off to me, Mike. Hey, Bruce Arians made some comments yesterday about getting the ball to Ronald Jones more. You know, I believe Tampa wants to play the game of we'd like to run the ball, keep Gronk in the game, Cameron Brate from time to time, we get 2 tight ends, but always have a tight end and either 2 tight ends and 2 receivers or 1 tight end and 3 receivers, and we want to keep the run the ball and keep the ability to be aggressive passing the ball down the football field. I think that's what Leftwich and Bruce Arians do. But I also know Tom Brady wanted Antonio Brown. Like, I know that. That's him. I've been told by too many people I know in the business that Brady is the reason Antonio Brown's there, which tells me he wants to spread it out and do the shotgun stuff and all of that. That's fine. But Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich aren't McDaniels and Bill Belichick. They don't have 9 zillion ways to throw the ball 6 and 7 yards to where Brady likes it. So that's the issues. And then I think the other issue you could throw onto this, Mike, for me, is Tom Brady has a pressure problem. He has a pressure problem. When people blitz him this year or people are around him, he's just not good. He panics. He can't move at all. And he doesn't move in the pocket as well as he used to. And it's not because he can't move. It's just like he doesn't do it as much. But either way, that's what jumps out to me. And when you miss the first 4 third downs of the game that were all 3rd and 6 or less, I mean, I don't know. You're in a good position. 3rd down's a quarterback down. You got to make it happen. And that was really the issues early on in the football game. Then the 2 interceptions. Guess what, Mike? Blitz, right? Panic. Just throw it up. Oh, gosh. And a few of these guys aren't even close and he's doing it. So that, to me, is also the issue. A clash of cultures. And then Brady is not performing well right now under pressure or with people around him, and that's leading to some, stale moments for their offense.
Remember the first time we noticed that? It was against the Steelers in Pittsburgh a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the funkiness.
Where he bailed out and he claimed he was throwing the ball out of bounds and it got picked off. I mean, that's when he really embraced the live to fight another day mantra, where he will bail out as he's throwing the ball or get rid of the football prematurely. The throw to Julian Edelman last year against the Chiefs while the game was still in doubt. Frank Clark bearing down on Tom Brady. Tom Brady does the throw it and duck and cover in one motion, and it's an inaccurate throw. I mean, when you're thinking about avoiding getting blown up by the guy who's coming straight at you, you're more likely to throw an inaccurate pass. And I think we're seeing that. And this gets back to the watch the legs, not the arm.
Yeah.
The arm in perfect laboratory conditions will continue to be there into his 50s. The legs are what will betray him. And he literally is being chased around by guys half his age.
Yeah, no doubt.
And right. at a certain point, you utter the line made famous by Danny Glover in the original Lethal Weapon movie. I can't remember where
I'm too old for this.
Although, exactly.
Yeah.
At some point, that is what you feel, that is what you believe, and that is when you say, I've had enough. And you have to wonder whether those thoughts are starting to creep in. He plans to make it to 45. He's already made it to 43. Does he make it to 44? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, listen, he can still throw the ball. He's still got a special arm, and you can still win and really be good with Tom Brady. I don't have any doubts with that. I don't. But to like what you're saying, he can't move, and he's in preservation mode. He is 43. So you have to expect realistically that, yes, he's going to have moments of, oh, wait, I feel like I'm getting pressure. And I'm going to throw a ball off my back foot even though, okay, nobody's really close. Or, overreacting to somebody about to hit him. And then you overreact so hard that you throw the ball into the helmet of the defensive player and it pops up in the air and is an interception. That's to be expected at 43. You said it, the legs. And to me, the next thing you always look at is the willingness to stand in there and get hit. And Brady for 43 is still willing. But the other thing that's going to me where, and again, Brady can win and you can be good. There's no doubt. But like the excuse making for Tom Brady throughout TV right now is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's gone to another level. It's going back to, I feel like a few years ago with like the Eli Manning conversation. If you give him the best offensive line and the best receivers and the best defense and the best coaches and the best running backs, you can still win. Well, damn. Oh, great. Well, let me play then because we can win too. I'll play.
Let me play then.
Mike Florio play. Right. And that's where I just hear this BS that just drives me crazy right now.
As it gets back to the offense, and because one of the things we've heard from Bruce Arians, the idea that Tom Brady is the offense. He's picking the plays. He's calling the plays. He's saying what he wants. But he's not involved in the play design. That's the thing. He's limited by the menu. You go to a restaurant, they give you a menu.
Agreed.
What you want to eat may not be on the menu. Is that the problem here? What he wants to eat isn't on the menu.
I think so, a little bit. Right. This is where the no off season and then maybe having another off season together could really help them because he can really get in meeting rooms with them to go like, hey, we're missing these 9 or 10 plays in our empty sets that they got a lot of rules, and I know it was too hard to coach them or put them in our offense with the way this year was. And, that's what I've been trying to argue. One, the team is not built to be, hey, Edelman, Amendola, Wes Welker, 6 and 5 yards. Mike Evans isn't that guy. He's not. Chris Godwin is really not that guy either. He can do a little of that. Antonio Brown has an aspect of that. but that's not the way this offense was formulated. So player-wise, it's not ready for the spread it out dink and dunk. And then play-wise, it's also not ready to be able to deliver that to Brady and just go, okay, be surgical. And the other thing we need to keep an eye for is, do they want to do that? Does Bruce Arians really want to bend to Brady and Leftwich bend to Brady to play an offense that really they don't really believe in or never really have great experience in either? And that's, I think, going to be something to watch out for as we finish the season and go into next year.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.